Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Anggelina Putri and I made this video for my extensive reading assignment, which I'll be presenting to you a summary of an article called A Pragmatic Analysis of the Directive Utterances in the Percy Jackson and the Olympians novel and its translation. The author is Furkan Ediwibowo, and let's move on to the next slide. First is the abstract. The aim of the study were to describe the varieties of the language form of directive utterances and example of equivalences of the speaker's intention to directive utterances in a novel of Percy Jackson and the Olympians and its translation. And then the introduction. Directive utterances can be also found in the novel. It uses different linguistic forms in expressing directive utterance. According to Kreitler, directive utterances are also having different meaning or speaker's intention. There are 4 kinds of meaning in directive utterances. They are commanding or ordering, requesting, suggesting, and warning. Next one is research method. The type of this study is descriptive to qualitative research. It aims to find the varieties of the linguistic forms of directive utterances, to find the equivalences of the politeness patterns of directive utterances in a novel of Percy Jackson and the Olympians translation. One is findings. I'm going to be separating it into 2 branches. The first one is the varieties based on language form of the directive utterances. A. Declarative imperative. It occurred in the forest around the Camp Half-Blood where the happening of the competition between blue and red group got a flag. The search language is you don't want to touch that thing. The target language is jangan sampai tersentuh benda ini, which is Indonesian language. The B1 is interrogative imperative, occurred in the Greece Museum between Mr. Brunner and Jackson. Search language is perhaps you'll tell us what this picture represents. The target language is coba kau ceritakan apa yang dilukiskan dalam gambar ini. The C1 is imperative declarative. It occurred in a street near bus station between Grover and Jackson. The search language is let me walk you home from the bus station. The target language is aku boleh menemanimu sampai ke rumah dari stasiun. Second branch of the findings is the equivalences based on speaker's intention of the directive utterances. The first one is commanding. 1. Equivalence. Search language is perhaps you'll tell us what this picture represent. The target language is coba kau ceritakan apa yang dilukiskan dalam gambar ini. And then the second one is unequivalence. Search language is you don't want that thing touching you. And the target language is jangan sampai tersentuh benda itu. And then the next one is requesting. The first one is equivalence. Search language, will you shut up? And then the target language is tutup mulut bisa nggak sih? And then the unequivalence is search language, just look at her in the glass. And then the target language, lihat dia melalui kaca ini. Then the discussion is the writer analyzes the varieties of the language form in the directive utterances by using the theory of the language form. There are 3 kinds of language forms in directive utterances: declarative, interrogative, and imperative. The writer analyzes the equivalence of the speaker intention of the directive utterances by using 2 theories. They are speech act theory and equivalences of translation based on the speaker intention theory. The last slide is about conclusion. It can be concluded that most of the language form that was used in this novel is in the form of imperative. It is probably because the imperative sentence tends to be direct, so the addressee can get the intention of the speaker directly. So I think that's all that I can present to you about this article. I hope it can be clear to you what the article is about. I'm sorry if I have any mistake of the spoken words and the written presentation. I'm Anggelina Putri. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.